Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day one of what I'm kind of calling my 12 Days of Christmas series here. I'm doing a stash building and I'm doing this so we can have a stress-free Merry Mail, Happy Mail, Christmas swap, holiday swap season. So this is the first year in a long time that I'm able to actually do some Christmas crafting at my speed and how I want to. So my plan is to send out a lot of Merry Mail this season. I got a new job recently and it's not as stressful during this time of year as it had been in the past. So my thinking is I'm gonna do a embellishment each day for the next 12 days that we can have in our stash on hand to gift when we're ready to send out Merry Mail. So I hope this makes sense as the season goes on, but like today we're gonna be working on Flair. I'm gonna be making some Flair buttons with these pieces from the Paper Studio. They are the epoxy stickers and the bottle caps. I'm also gonna be making some things with my We Are Memory Keepers button punch, and I'm gonna call this Flair Day. I'm gonna do some that match each collection that I have on hand for Christmas. If you didn't watch my tier tray video, I kind of showed off my Christmas collections that I'm working with this year, and I'm doing this stash building to match each of those collections. So, like I said, I hope it makes more sense as we go on, but let's just jump into it. Post any questions you have down in the comments. I'd be happy to let you know what my thought process is. So like I said, first thing we're going to do is start off with these bottle caps and the epoxy stickers. This is super simple. I pulled out this vintage sheet. I think it's vintage. I picked it up at a garage sale, and these are 1 inch. They almost look like milk caps is what I think they're supposed to look like vintage milk caps. And they kind of have a aged look to them. So I'm going to be placing those in the bottle caps. I chose 2 collections, excuse me, that I'm going to be working with the bottle caps on because they are the 2 collections I'm using silver with. So the first is this Echo Park Hey Santa collection. No, I'm sorry, a very Merry Christmas collection. And I'm pairing silver with this. And I thought the red and the green and the vintage look looked really well with this. So I'm using these stickers with this collection. And then I'm using Feeling Frosty as well. So I'm just gonna do 4 of each. I'm not going crazy with these. So I have 4 set aside here, and for the Feeling Frosty collection, I'm also using silver, and I went ahead and just took my 1 inch punch. That's all you need is the 1 inch circle punch for this one. And I punched out some little bits that I thought would look cute in the bottle cap. And I punched out way more than I needed, but then that way it would just give me a variety and I can kind of put them together and see what looks good. So let's go ahead and start with that. Let me get my paper pad out for inspiration. So what I want to do, or what my purpose is I just want to capture like the essence of the collection. So, you know, this collection is really pastels and really wintry. It's got blues and it's got purples, 2 colors that I don't work with very often. You know, it's got this pretty periwinkle blue, which is actually one of my wedding colors. I just love this color in winter. And then the purple in it. I just don't deal with or craft with purple very much. So some of the things I have here is I punched out some coffee mugs, punched out a few Christmas trees. I have mittens, both of those mittens. Here's another hot cocoa. I don't know that I want to use the black background, so you know, that's one thing to consider. What else do I have here? That is another black background. I have these snowflakes. I think I for sure want to use a snowflake. I've got this little deer. The 6x8 paper pad too has a lot of different papers like this and this and this and this that have like icons on them that are easy to find 1 inch something to punch out. So, all right, let's get started then. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of glue on the bottom just to make sure that the paper sticks. I've had it come out in the past. Okay. So let's do, I like this wood piece with the blue heart in it. I think that is cute. So that's going to give me the blue that I wanted. So I'm going to stick that in there. I'm going to, I also like this deer, so that kind of coordinates too. So when I think about these and I think about how I'm going to package them, which we'll do that as well, so they are seriously ready to go when you're ready, I'm thinking just a acetate little bag and these 4 coming in like this. So these 2 can go like diagonal from each other. They look really cute and coordinating. And maybe I'll do something pinkish or teal over here. I have these snowflakes that I wanted to use. I could go all blue. I do have a blue one, but I think I'm going to go turquoise up here. And then I can bring in the pink if I want to. I could go, well, I have a purple and a pink coffee mug here and a turquoise coffee mug. So those are kind of, I think, what I want to choose from. I think that's too matchy-matchy. I think I'm going to go with the pink just because it's going to bring some of the pink out in the collection and give me some different colors. So I'm happy with that. So these are super simple, guys. If you've never done these before, you literally just take these epoxy stickers and you stick it down to the paper. And then, you know, the recipient can use these in a couple different ways. You know, they can just be added as layers to a project. If you're doing a memory decks, they can just be, you know, tucked in, you know, on a rosette or behind a rosette. If you're doing a chunky charm, you can actually use a crocodile to poke a hole in the top of these and use them as a charm. But I like how those look. So here we go with these. So that is how they look. And that is done for that. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll do this one. So there's my inspiration. And obviously, I think for this one, the obvious choice is to do 2 red and 2 green. Let's see, I think I'm going to start with Season's Greetings, because that just looks really vintage to me. And these are stickers, so I'm not going to put glue on the back. And I'm going to do Oh Christmas Tree. I do like the snowflake. I think I'll do that in red and white. And then I need another green one. I'm just looking for different patterns to use here. I'll do this one. Okay, so those are the 4 that I'm going to use here. I think they go really well with the collection. What do you guys think? I'm just going to add my little epoxy tops to it. And we're just going to push those down. If you have the bottle caps but don't have the epoxy stickers, you also could fill this with glossy accents. That would work as well. I've done that before. So these are the 4 then for this collection. Okay, so let me get this cleaned up and then we'll move on to the button press. Okay, I've got everything cleaned up and I'm ready to work with my button press. So I recently just picked up this tiny one. This is for the smaller little Flair buttons. This is the regular size and then they have a large one as well. So it looks like this is probably an 1.5 inches and this might be 1 inch. I think that's how it works. So these are the tools I need. I need the pink things. I'm going to be making some of these. So these are 2 kits. One is a bobby pin, which you know I like to use to slide into, you know, a bag topper or a memory dex card, and the other is a paper clip. So I'm gonna open both of those and see what those are like. Otherwise, I have just this big stash of tiny Flair buttons. So move that off to the side. I do have the instructions off to the side here because I forget. I use this so infrequently that I don't remember always how to do it. But this is what it looks like. It looks intimidating. It really is not. If I can do it, I guarantee you can do it. So what you're going to do is you have these magnetic pieces. This one is going to go on the bottom. This piece right here is going to attach to the top. There's little notches that show you where to insert it, like that. And then I'm going to use this now to cut. So this is going to give me the circle size that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out what I want to cut out, and then I'm going to place it here, and in here is what is going to show in the Flair button. So I have a couple pages here that I picked out from Busy Sidewalks, Mittens and Mistletoe, and then the Vicky Bouton collection. So I tried to find some pages that had little icons. For sure, I think of this little Santa and maybe the gingerbread off of here. So let's just do a cut here. And like I said, I'm just going to position this. This is just going to act like a die cut at this point. So just want to make sure I'm centered. I put them there. You just swing this underneath. Try not to move it. Just want to make sure it's centered. Okay. Slide it underneath there, and you basically just press it down and it cuts it. So now I have the perfect size to make my Flair. So I put that to the side. Let me do the gingerbread man. I have all my circles punched out. I am going to remove both of these pieces. We no longer need the white ones. Now we are going to put the pink ones in. These are labeled top and bottom. So again, they just slip into those notches. And then this goes on the bottom. And then there's going to be lines that match up with each other. So there's a B and there's an A. So the first step is going to be the A. You're going to punch it down and then add more material, and then B. So we'll take it one by one. Let's just start with a regular Flair button first. So what you're going to do, and I've got my directions out here just so I have it right. What we're going to do is we're going to take the top part of the Flair button and we're going to put it the dome side up like this. So this is going to be the top of our button. We're going to put a piece of paper on there. We're just going to do these words. Just make sure I have only one. Okay. It's going to go there. It's going to go there. And then we're going to put a piece of the thin acetate on top of that. Okay. And we're going to swivel that in, and we're going to have our A's lined up here. And we're going to push down. And we're going to swivel this out, and the entire button is now up in the top. So it is up in the top pink one. Now the final step is to take the button, or the bottom of the button. So it is this piece that has the pin side in it. And we are going to actually take the pin out because I like to leave just a plain back for the like a pop dot or a foam piece so you can adhere it to something. So we're going to go ahead and put this in, and this is going to go pin side down. So the pin was on this side. We're going to put it pin side down in there like that. We're going to swivel that back, and we are going to line our B's up together and push down. Swivel that out, and we have our flare button. Super easy, guys. Look at how cute that is. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a couple more of the buttons themselves. Okay, so I think that is enough of the actual flare buttons. Now let's try these. This is my first time opening them. So these are the bobby pins. Let's see how it looks inside here. Okay, so it looks like this. It's got a different backing. Here's all the pieces. And no directions, so let's see if we can figure it out. All right. Okay, so I think all we have to do is we're going to put our button piece in there. We're going to do a hat. We're going to do this yellow hat. This comes with its own acetate circles. That on. Okay, so then I think we're just going to put this in, and then the bobby pin goes in after. So it is going to be, this little loopy part here is going to go down. Okay. Okay, so there's the hat. Here's the back. Now, let's see if I did this right. So then you're going to slide your bobby pin right in there. And mine is going to have to go up and down because that is the way my hat is facing. So if you're using directional paper, you're going to want to pay attention. So I'll probably redo this one. It looks like this. So the hat is pointing up and down instead of side to side. So I couldn't slide it in sideways. So let's try again. Okay, so that was it for the bobby pins. A little more thought-provoking because you have to line up anything directional. So just something to keep in mind. It's not super easy to figure out because you're twisting the base. So if you have suggestions for me on that, please let me know. All right, we will try the paper clips now, and I think I'm gonna just go with non-directional ones just because that's easier for me. All right, well, I'm gonna go with a red star. then this has the place to insert your paper clip there. So that's going to go face down, and our flat part's going to go up. Okay, we'll pop that out. So it's the red snowflake, and then you take your paper clip and you push it right inside there. And that's what that looks like. Super cute. So I'm gonna make up a couple more of these, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I skipped ahead a little bit. I went ahead and finished up the paper clips and the bobby pins, just constructed the ones that I had done over. I had made a mistake and put directional paper in the button maker, and I couldn't quite figure out how to get it facing the same direction, so I just kind of gave up and just kind of popped the top off and made them non-directional. It was just less hassle for me. So what I did is I just took some cut aparts from each collection. This was double-sided, this paper from the Vicky Bouton collection, but I decided to go ahead and back it with another piece of paper just so it was a little sturdier. And I just slipped the bobby pins on there. This one for the paper clips, I again just glued 2 pieces of paper together. I made a little strip, and then I put the bobby pin or the paper clips on there. And then for the last one, for the Flair buttons, I did cut apart that was like a picture and then just a neutral on the back. And now I'm gonna go ahead and attach these to the back. And I have some foam tape here. This is just the Dollar Tree foam tape. And just gonna put one on the back of each. I cut it in half down the middle. And that should keep it on there. And then I'm just going to place these kind of centered on the card. Okay, so this is the back or the front, you know, either way, and the back. So these 3 will go with the Vicky Bouton collection. Oops, these 3 will go with the Vicky Bouton collection. I'll do the same thing for Merry Days. And for the last 2 that we made the bottle cap charms for, I just have some adhesive dots from Dollar Tree. I love cutting these apart and keeping these in my tier tray. They're super easy for me to grab when I'm crafting. I cut them all apart so they're ready to go, or tear the perforations apart. So I did the exact same thing with these, where I put the pattern side on one side and then a non-patterned on the other. I'm gonna go ahead and just put these dots on here. These have a nice flat back, so you can use something flat like the glue dot here, and even like a repositionable or a reusable one would work well for the recipient. I'm always afraid that something like that is gonna fall off in shipping. So if they have to ruin the paper to get it off, I'm okay with that. And the last one. Okay, so these are what the back looks like. Oops. I'm going to start with this one. I'll do red up in the corner here. Then we're going to do green next to it. Another thing that you could do if you wanted to is you can leave this. Oh, no, it's going to get stuck on there. It's the wrong side. All right, let me show you this, this little trick too. So if you take this off, sorry for the beeping, and it is still on the clear piece there, I'm going to put that on the back, and you can leave this clear piece on and put a dot of hot glue there and hot glue that off. That way when they go to peel it off, they're peeling off the plastic and then the sticky part is there. So that is another option. Okay, so that one is done. And then last but not least, we have the Feeling Frosty collection. And we'll quickly do that. And then I'll show you how I'm gonna package these up. They're super simple. I'm not going too crazy on the packaging. Go. Okay, so I went ahead and I pulled out these clear acetate bags. These are about a 4.5 by 4.5. They should slide right in like that. One thing I might do when I get to this day in my 12 days of embellishments is I may go back and add some sequins in here. I'm going to be creating sequin mixes one day, and I may go back and add some to each container because I think that just looks nice inside the bag when you just put a few little sequins in there floating around. It adds a little something. So that's what that looks like. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is just put a little decoration on the front of each package. So I have just some puffy stickers here for Feeling Frosty. I'll kind of move that up to the top and then just put something down here. We'll do the scarf in purple, and then I'm gonna layer the snowman on top of it like that. Okay, so that one I'm going to call finished. This one, these stickers are pretty big. Let's see if there's a small one here that I can use. How about just maybe an ornament down here, and I think that's it. I think that's it for that one. I was gonna look for some kind of a word right there, but I don't have anything small enough. Well, I could do Hey Santa, like that. Yeah, we'll do that. I was looking for something green, but I think that's okay. All right, I grabbed Busy Sidewalks here. Let's do, We'll do these two little snow angels. That's really cute. We're gonna do them up in this corner. I'm gonna pop this one up a little bit. Foam tape, just gonna put it on the back. We'll do that, and then this little snowflake we'll do down in this corner. So then that one is done. This one, let's do a little candy cane and do gingerbread. Yeah, candy cane and gingerbread there. And then for the last one, let's do a cookie ornament and Dear Santa. There we go there. And then lastly, I've got stickers for this one. Let's do, oh, that's very pretty. Let's do these poinsettias here, and then we'll do just a little word phrase down there on that one. This one we will do, let's do poinsettias or little holly leaves there, not poinsettia, and we'll do 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Okay, that one looks like that. And then on this one we will do, what do we have here? How about a mistletoe? And then we'll put Meet Me Here on there. So this is it, guys. I'm just gonna put these away in my little buckets for gifting, and they're gonna be all set to go. So altogether, this project probably took me about an hour. You know, they're not always going to be this long, and there's certainly a lot of prep work you can do ahead of time. You know, I am working on some crepe paper rosettes that I'm going to be showing you guys in a couple days, and I'm kind of just doing that while I'm watching TV, so that's certainly something that you guys can do as well, just to get prepped and ready. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be taking a look at those crepe paper rosettes, and I will be showing you how I package those up. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.